Good morning and welcome to this week's Moar weekly workshop diary. I think this is the fourth in a row, which is quite impressive for someone that is as disorganized as I am. So this week I have been working on these two Wayfarers predominantly. They are, they are kind of very similar, and I like to, where possible, work on similar guitars at the same time. You can kind of, I can focus much more in on the intricacies of things when I'm doing it more than once, kind of in the same time. One of the things with guitar building is often you'll do, say, actually now I'm so busy I do quite a lot, but you know, if you're not working on so many guitars, it can be a few months in between, you know, a fret job or something, or you know, whatever. So doing two at the same time that are quite similar means I can really it's just better. Anyway, so this is Soph's Wayfarer. Soph was actually the first visitor to this workshop back in January, and for various reasons this build has taken a really long time to get together. There's been some issues with ordering stock and stuff like that, and also these inlays. And these are really cool. Soph's grandparents were avid gardeners and were also real patrons to her music. They supported her an awful lot. And these are actually, the inlays are from photographs from actual plants from her grandparents' garden, which is really, really nice. There's like, they are commemorated in this guitar. And it feels really surreal that this is based on a plant in Australia, and I'm in Copenhagen. And yeah, I don't know, just feels weird, but very cool. This should be done quite soon, I hope. And then yeah, Soph has been really lovely to work with, and I know she watches these videos, so this is exciting. And the neck joint, I've just been kind of working on it. It's not quite there yet. You can see they are extremely rough at this stage of the process, but I kind of gradually whittle away and I find a lovely looking guitar in the process. This has had its first soak coat of oil. This obviously hasn't. And there we go. Nice reverse headstock, oversized Moar logo, which I really, really like. Arn, an older customer of mine, friend really, he designed this, he's a designer, and he designed the offset oversized reverse headstock logo because his guitar has the same, and I really like it. That's this one. And then we have actually the first left-handed Wayfarer, which is going to a chap called Genchi. He's not in Australia, he's in Japan. And it's left-handed, so the dots are on the wrong side. 24 frets, it's a Gibson scale length. The neck is not attached yet. So it's this way around, isn't it? I find left-handed guitars really confusing. I actually am left-handed. I write with the left hand, but I play right-handed, and it just makes more. Yeah, I don't know. They confuse me. Everything's in the wrong place as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, this guitar is coming on. Lovely piece of wood. Actually, they're very, very similar. This was kind of this colour until it got its first layer of oil. This is going to be oiled in the next few days. I'm going to carve the neck, maybe today. I'll carve the neck and I'll attach it, and then life will happen. Oh, actually, I have to do binding as well on this guitar. That's happening. And then what else? Just before the video, we filmed the video. I had a parcel from Mike at Oncle Amplification. I always make that mistake. I got 5 things from Mike, which is always cool. I already have his Space Ape reverb and the amp he made for me, and the pedal board is actually from him too. But I have 5 things from him. 4 of them are here. There's a switcher, a buffered switcher, which I ordered to try to force myself to organise my pedal board better. I have these Boss patch cables, which I haven't had the energy to. I'm just a little bit lazy when it comes to this, to be honest. I'm too busy with guitar boarding. Anyway, that's there. I hope in the next 6 months you'll see this here and a nice organised pedal board around it. And then let's start with this. This is the Beautiful Air, which actually I think I I don't know. He launched it, and then he wrote me immediately saying that I would really like it, and I do. It's a tube drive kind of pedal that just adds kind of saturation and harmonics. And there's two dirt boxes that are. This is half of one of these, and it's. I haven't really figured this out yet, but this is going through. I think there's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, 13 diode clipping options, and then there's 2 of them. So I think he said there's something like 126. There's also a switch on the top. I haven't figured this one out yet, and you can tell that by me saying, but it sounds great. There's a lot of sounds in it. Yeah, my drive, I think pedal boards should be at least half drive, and I am beating that right now. That's that. What else is happening? Oh yeah, somebody wrote me a message yesterday on an Instagram post asking about scalloped nuts. So I thought I would talk a little bit about it now, because I am talking to you. So this is Paul's guitar. It has a scalloped nut. Actually, the nut's not totally finished yet. Paul's guitar isn't totally finished yet. It's in the final stage of the process, which is where it works, it plays great. Definitely other guitar companies will ship it, but I feel like this is maybe the most important part of the process, and that's kind of where I come back to it with fresh ears and fresh hands every few days, and I'm just looking for kind of things that could be a little bit better. So yeah, Paul's guitar is definitely done. He's been to the shop. He wanted to take it home with him, and I said no, because it's not quite perfect yet. Or it is perfect, but it could be more perfect. So anyway, scalloped nuts. This has a scalloped nut. The nut's not in its final form yet. And anyway, what the science basically is that there's 2 contact points on a guitar, right? So I have to step back a little bit further in information. There's the nut, and then there's the bridge. So these are 2 really important places on a guitar. You want to have we'll focus on the nut for now. First of all, a perfect contact between the wood on the bottom of the fretboard and the nut. They should be exactly fitting with each other. So there's more chance to transfer vibration from the string into the wood of the neck and everything. And then beyond that, underneath the wood on my necks, actually my truss rods, the main reason I use these truss rods is not because they're modern or cool or anything, it's because they finish in the middle of the first fret. So underneath the nut, it's just wood. There's no truss rod. On a Fender or Gibson or 95% of other guitars, there's a truss rod going underneath the nut, and you actually lose a little bit of vibration, a little bit of resonance. Maybe like 3% or something, and it's the same kind of difference with a scalloped nut. There's a bit less mass in the nut to dampen the string vibration. That's the science. That I am not saying. This is what I've read from articles, because I read that type of thing. And it's I was on the fence about it, and then in the summertime I was working on Naked Morty's. I had 4 identical guitars. Identical woods from the same batch of wood, the same dryness, everything was the same, and same tuners, same hardware, everything was identical, but on 2 of them I had scalloped the nuts, and on 2 of them I hadn't, and I noticed, especially acoustically, a big difference. Coming from my right ear, because your right ear is over the headstock, it was louder actually, like a more acoustic volume, and a little bit more resonance. And again, we're talking about kind of between 3 to 5% kind of a difference. So not a major thing, but if the truss rod is finishing here, so there's more wood going in, underneath the nut. Nut is scalloped. The bridge is properly fitted. The saddles are these lovely brass saddles. If we're talking about these kind of 3 to 5% changes, then the overall result is a musical instrument and not kind of a toy. Scalloped nuts. So yeah, they look really nice. That's kind of fun. Anything else happening here? Oh, this is fun. This is the other thing that came from my uncle. It's a Moar secret weapon, which is a secret, obviously, and it's now in a cardboard box. Maybe it's going to be in this cardboard box forever. Maybe it won't. We'll see. But this is something to be excited about. Yeah, I'm not telling you what it's about, but that is that. Anything else happened this week? I think that's everything. I think, and then next week, my son is with my parents for the weekend, so I'm actually going to come in over the weekend, and I'm going to try to get some Naked Mortys finished. I have a few left to do, quite a few left to do. Try to get some of them finished this week. So hopefully, in the next video, I will say to you, hey, look at all these Naked Mortys I finished, and the camera will pan out, and there'll be a bunch of these finished Naked Mortys. But anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you feel you have a better understanding of what a scallop nut is and why I use them. And yeah, check out Mike, Uncle Amplified, or Amplification. I keep making that mistake. He's a tonal genius. There's no other way of putting it. Thank you very much. Have a great week. See you later.